started. All right, so you can see me, hear me, you got the slides. Perfect. All right, let's go to full screen mode. And all right, here we go. So the name of the company is Send It Academy. Okay. Now, over here at Send It Academy, there's a few different things that we do. Now, you were probably brought on here because somebody told you about this great letter writing program that we have where you can earn money by writing letters. And we'll get into that. But Send It is so much more than that. And we have so many things coming. So, like I said, give me 30 minutes and I'll get through this presentation. And then by the end of the presentation, you're either going to make a decision that, hey, this sounds like something I want to do, or, this is not for me, or this is something that could actually benefit somebody I know. So I'm glad that I heard it. And then just thank the person that invited you because they obviously thought enough of you that this would be a great opportunity for you. So just a little income disclaimer. It's important to remember that although you might have seen somebody's results or somebody talking about how they've done in this, everybody's results are going to be different. You might do better than somebody else. You might do worse than somebody else. It's all about what you put into it. That's what you're going to get out of it. Okay. So just remember that we give everybody this fair opportunity to start at the same level, and then it's what you make of it. So what we do here at Send It Academy, the reason a lot of you are here is because you heard that we earn for writing letters up to $5 per handwritten letter. A little bit about us at Send It Academy. We're a Nevada-based company. We teach you how to write letters to billion-dollar corporations, including gaming websites and casinos. Now, a majority of these corporations, they pay in what are called online coins, or otherwise known as sweep coins, which is short for sweepstakes. You'll convert those coins into cash via online gaming. Now, we teach you this conversion process, which helps you retain most of your coins, which you can then cash out. Now, very important note, part of the process does involve gambling websites and gaming websites. If that conflicts with your personal beliefs, this might not be for you, but I want you to stick around. I want you to hear the information because it might be a better fit for somebody you know, or we might have additional products and services that pique your interest. Whatever the case may be, we also have a very generous affiliate program. Now, who can this letter writing part be good for? Let's talk about the letter writing part. Well, I mean, it could be good for a vast number of people, but just to give you some ideas, stay-at-home parents are doing it. We have a lot of stay-at-home parents that do it. We have a lot of retirees that do it, or people that might have been forced into retirement early because maybe of an injury or something, and they just can't do their job anymore, and they're looking for additional ways to bring revenue into the house. There's students, there's a lot of students out there that they don't have the benefit of a full ride scholarship, or they don't come from an affluent family, and they have to work 2, sometimes 3 jobs just to pay their tuition. This is great for them. Also, anybody that's looking to bring extra income into their household, because right now a lot of people are in an economic crunch. Okay, we have a lot of inflation going on, food prices, gas prices, you name it. It's not that easy to live. The dollar doesn't stretch that far anymore. So a lot of people, your income has not gone up, but your cost of living has gone up, right? If that's the case, if your income has not gone up, but your cost of living has gone up, put a 3 in the chat. I'm just curious, whose cost of living has gone up? Okay. So obviously a lot of people's cost of living. I mean, we know what gas prices were a few years ago. We know what food prices were a few years ago. We know what our rent was. I mean, my rent goes up every single year, and it's just like, it's like, why? It's like nothing has changed. But, I mean, obviously there's something that has changed on their end where their expenses have gone up. So rent goes up as well. So now, what are the requirements to participate in this? Well, you must be at least 18 years of age in most states. Some states might be 21, so you have to check your laws. You must reside in the US or Canada, excluding Washington State, Idaho, Michigan, Montana, and Connecticut. Now, Montana and Connecticut were recently added, and it doesn't mean it's completely shut out there, but some of the main people that we deal with, some of the main companies, they're not participating there. Does that mean they're completely shut off? No, there are other places that do. But, I just want to be transparent and put that out there that states have the rights to change their laws behind this. And for a long time, Connecticut was fine. Just recently, they've changed their laws. So just understand that this is a state by state, province by province thing. And the province of Quebec in Canada also does not participate in this, and the list is subject to change. So the question you have to ask yourself is, can you write? Because if you can write, we will teach you exactly what to write, We will show you who to write to. We will check your work to make sure it's correct. You mail the letters, you get paid. It's that easy. So let me just go over a little bit of success stories, show you what's happening. So let's walk this back a little bit so you can understand where we're at. So we have these gaming companies that you write to. You're writing them letters. And essentially what you're asking them is say, hey, I would like to enter your sweepstakes program. I heard that if I wrote you a letter, you would deposit some sweep coins into my account that I can play with. That's exactly how it works. Now, once those coins are deposited into your account, you then play the games the way we teach you. We teach you exactly what games to play, how to play them. And then once you have redeemed your sweep coins, or I should say, once you've converted your sweep coins, you can then redeem them. Okay. So let's just say, just for the sake of simple math, let's say you wrote 20 letters. Weeks later, 100 sweep coins is deposited into your account. Now, your job is to convert those coins. So you play the games that we tell you to play. And on average, you're going to retain 90 to 95% of your coins. Okay. So let's just say out of 100 coins, you retained 90. And those sweep coins have an estimated value of about $5 each. Now that you've converted the coins, you can now pull that cash out. You could take that, you could withdraw it straight into your bank account. So we have some success stories here. This person had a redemption from one gaming website for $508. They had another one for $151. This person had one for $465, and this one had one for $414. So this was interesting. Like, look, they got $226. That was the sweep coins that were deposited into their account. Now they start the conversion process, play the games. Once they have played all of those sweep coins through, whatever is left is what they get to take out. And like I said, 90 to 95% is the retention rate. In this case, they were actually able to redeem more than what they started with. And that does happen a decent amount of times. It's not the norm. Typically, people will convert about 90 to 95% of their sweep coins out. But once in a while, people get lucky. They had a really good game and they were able to redeem more than they started with. Now that we've been through that, what I want to do is I want to bring a special guest onto this call. Now, this is somebody that's in our community that has been here for a while. They've seen the entire process work. They have an amazing success story. And her name is Corey Maui. She's from California. She has owned her own business with her husband for over 20 years. She started as a notary public, and her family was able to turn that into a multi-million-dollar corporation within the mortgage and real estate industry. She has years of network marketing experience. She even has a driving school for teenagers. She's essentially she's a serial entrepreneur. Now, you're about to hear from a very successful and serious business person, but somebody that also enjoys the finer things in life, spending time with her family. She has 4 kids, 3 of which are adopted. And she's just a phenomenal person that I've got to know, and she's a big asset to this community. So with that said, I'm going to turn the call over to Corey so she could tell you her story. Let me just go ahead and add the spotlight. Corey, you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you for that. Hi, everybody. It is such a privilege to be sharing our story with you. Thank you, Nicholas, for sharing a little bit of our backstory. Yes, even CEOs and successful business people see value in, especially see value in multiple streams of income. I am blessed to say that we've been very successful in several of our endeavors. However, anytime you have all of your eggs in one basket as an entrepreneur, especially, like, anything can happen. Like in the case of our mobile notary business during COVID, just for frame of reference, every escrow and title company was closed during that time. We did over triple our normal, or sorry, 1.5 our normal volume of business, which is insane, like millions and millions of dollars. So, however, since then, the market has turned and rates have gone up, and everybody's back open and everybody's laying people off. And I'm like, I don't want to make less money. That's terrible. So we did have to go through a season of tightening our belt over there, taking salary cuts as the corporate personnel. Of course, we're not going to put the pinch just on our employees and keep on living our big life. So we have always had a side hustle. We've always, over the years, over 20 years, I've always had something else that I do to make a little bit of extra money so that we can take the kids on trips and they can go, horseback riding. Horseback riding is super expensive, and gymnastics and cheer and all that good stuff. So I have kind of made a living out of duplicating myself by referring people to things and or teaching them how to do things. And I relate so much to Lisa's story because she was in with Amazon and like it wasn't going the way that it was going, so she had to do something else. So we pivot. And one of the things I really super love about this is that in this case, when things are slow in my businesses that I rely upon employees, that I don't have to make cutbacks there because I can make more money just off my own efforts, which again, off my own efforts hasn't really been my jam in the last few years. It's been mostly recruiting and training and building up my businesses to replicate myself. But I will tell you the thing that I love so very much about this, in addition to the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that we have made just off of our own personal efforts, writing those letters since January. Everybody thought I was crazy in January. They're like, I'm for sure not doing that. You are stupid. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to try it and see what happens. And of course, now they're all, should have started that a long time ago, because we've got extra going into all these activities that we already have, and we still have plenty for Christmas and all that good stuff. So last point that I want to make, and this is my heart, I will tell you that I have brought more people to this than almost anything else that I've done in the network marketing space, even though it's not really a network marketing company, because you don't have to sell, because you don't have to market, because you don't have to recruit. You can just do the work, and you can, depending on how much work you do, 100% affects how much money you make. And so I'm so proud to be bringing in my daughter's former teacher who has a mold illness and she cannot work anymore. A friend who's going through a really rough time in her marriage and really needs to know what choices, like to have some options in case, things don't work out. My sister who owns a tap room in North Carolina, again, that's very seasonal. Like sometimes there's slam during the summer months and the Bigfoot festival and all this crazy stuff that they do. And then some months there's nothing going on. For me to be able to give that gift to other people and to my own family is literally one of my favorite things in the world. And I got to tell you, this community is the most fun group of people I've ever been a part of. So if you're thinking about it just even a little bit, go for it. It is so fun and I love it. Back to you, Nicholas.
Thank you very much, Corey. I really appreciate that. Everybody drop some love and some fire in the chat for Corey Maui. Let me spotlight. All right, perfect. And I told her, I said, she has such a cool name. I was like, what a marketable name, Corey Maui. I was like, I was this close to going to the Federal Bureau of Name Changes. I said, I need a new last name because that is really cool. It's like when you're such an awesome business person and you have like a really cool name, it's like those type of things fascinate me. But anyways, let me go ahead and continue with my presentation here. Let me get the slides back up. All right, just drop a 1 in the chat again. If you could see the slides, hear me, see me, we're good. Yay. All right, thank you. All right, so let's go back from the current slide. All right, so you heard an actual success story from one of our thriving members that is just doing such an amazing job. People on her team are doing an amazing job. She's bringing great quality people into this and really helping change lives. So it's like, okay, Nick, I got the premise of what you guys are doing. I've heard a success story. Now tell me more about these letters because I still don't get it. Okay, let's do that. So the letters, they're handwritten letters. They must be written by you, and you earn credits into your gaming account within 6 to 8 weeks. It can vary, it just depends on what time of the season it is, how busy they are. In Canada, we're seeing a little bit longer time, 12 to 15 weeks, but they have been catching up lately. Actually, I think the Canadians got a couple of different drops this week, so that's really cool. And a drop is what we call when the sweep coins come into your account. We call those drops. So yeah, so we had several drops over the last couple of weeks. And the cool thing is you get to do this wherever you want. You could write from the comfort of your home. You can write at Starbucks or Dunkin' or wherever you want. You could go to the park. We have people like literally in our group. We have a Facebook group of 12,000 active members. We just started in January. So you can consider the viral growth. At the end of January, we might have had like 300 people. and then it just took on a life of its own. But my point being is we get so many testimonials and so many people like, hey, I'm at the salon, I'm getting a pedicure, I'm writing my letters, or I'm on the airplane, I'm writing my letters, I'm on the bus, I'm writing my letters, I'm at the baseball game with my kids, I'm writing a letter. So the thing is like people have really learned to incorporate it into their life, and people are really, really smart about it. It's like, okay, I'm on this flight, and they're already calculating in the head. I'll say, okay, the flight cost me $200. How many letters do I have to write to pay this flight off? Or I'm staying at this nice hotel, so I got my letters out and I started writing. How many letters will it take to pay off this room? So it's very interesting to see everybody's methodology on how they go about this. Now, with that said, how long does it take to write a letter? The time is going to vary based on your writing speed, but what we've seen is on average about 4 to 6 minutes. So let's just call it 5 minutes to write your letter, stuff it in the envelope, write on the envelope, stamp it, seal it, ready to go. So it's about a 5 minute process. And the reason why we say it's a 5 minute process on top of everything else, you have to pull these codes from the website. And you can only pull one code every 5 minutes. So in that 5 minutes, you can write a letter. It's actually very strategically done for that reason. So let's say, how much can you make? Well, let's just say that you have a full-time job, you got kids, you got a lot of things going on. But you're like, if I can wake up a little bit early and I can get 10 letters done before I go to work, and I can get 10 letters done before I go to sleep, well, that's 20 letters a day. 20 letters a day is $500 a week, $2,000 a month. Why do I hone in on that one? $2,000 a month, it's life changing for a lot of people. That extra $2,000 a month can probably pay their rent, their mortgage, their car note, their groceries, a little mix of everything. So it's pretty awesome to think that, man, if I could just write 20 letters a day, I can bring an extra $2,000 a month into my household. Now, if you can double that, there are people that do 40 letters a day. I don't know how many full-time workers do, but people that are stay-at-home moms or retirees or people that work from home, somehow they're able to get 40 letters a day done. We might even have a few that can do more than 40 letters, but I've seen quite a bit of people that do 40 letters a day, and that's $4,000 a month in potential revenue into your household. Now that's life changing. At $4,000 a month, you're putting money in savings, you're planning that trip, you're putting money into your kids' college fund, whatever the case may be. $4,000 a month is absolutely phenomenal. So let's talk about the industry, not our company, but the industry in general, because some people don't even know that this existed. I didn't know this existed before this year. So this opportunity has been around for decades. Now, once it was explained to me what the industry was about, I was like, oh, now I get it. Yeah, this has been around for a while. I just didn't understand how it's evolved. So technology has made things easier. No longer do you have to wait for a floppy disk or a CD to come in the mail. Do you remember back in the day where you would have to get software from a company, put it in your computer, get those programs and those games set up, and then attach it to your internet? Those days are gone. Everything is instant download now. Like the minute you sign up, you can get ready and do these things. Okay. These are multi-billion-dollar corporations. They're not going anywhere. They've been around for a long time. The number of people sending letters doesn't affect your success. Okay. You have to have an abundance mentality. You can't have a scarcity mentality where it's like, I don't want to tell anybody about this. I want to keep this all to myself. That doesn't help the companies because the companies are trying to increase their user base. They want you to go out and tell people about it. They want to give away free money. Why? Because it's a tax write-off for them. These are companies that are 100% legal and they're government regulated. They have tax write-offs by giving people money to play with. Okay. It's almost the same. Like, sometimes you'll go to a casino in Vegas and they might give you a few free chips to play with, or like, here's a few free wine chips where you can take it to the bar and you get a free wine. Obviously, that free wine costs them some money, right? But they don't care. It's the cost of doing business. It's a tax write-off. So just think about it. If you're an online gaming website, you don't have the overhead. You don't have this billion-dollar casino. You don't have that many employees. You don't have all these other things going around. So their profit margins are actually even higher. And knowing that they can write all this off, I mean, they can literally just give money away because of how much money they make. It always comes back to them. So let's talk about the Send It product line. Okay. So on top, of the paid per letter program, which is what we've been talking about, we have other programs too. We have a trust formation program. If you want to learn how to build a trust, live out of a trust, get the assets and protections of a trust, we have that. That is available for people that are members. So if you're a member of the paid per letter program, then you could qualify to be a part of that program as well. We also have a bill savings software program where it'll take all of your bills and it'll tell you how to pay them off, what order to pay them off, so you can cut down on your debt. We have a digital business card business. Now, the thing with digital business cards is the way our digital business cards work, you could also use it like a link tree. A lot of people, when you go on their TikTok or their Instagram, they're only allowed that one link. So they put a link to something like a link tree or a beacons, and that will, give people access to click on more links. Well, we have something like that too. And it's more innovative because it's a one-time fee. And you could put videos in there. You could do a whole bunch of other stuff, but it also works as a digital business card. So let's just say somebody is a real estate agent, for example, and you go to maybe like a real estate luncheon, you meet another realtor, you guys connect really well, and you're like, hey, why don't you call me? You show them your digital business card, they scan it, all the information goes there. But on top of that, what makes our digital business card better is it comes with a full autoresponder system and email follow-up. So if you consider that for a one-time payment, it blows people away. So it's the best of like a link tree and a digital business card wrapped into one with an autoresponder with capture pages. Really, really awesome. We also have a credit repair course coming soon. So we're going to teach people credit repair, credit restoration, how to increase your score. We have a sports betting program that's coming out. So that's really popular as well. Like I said, what are we trying to do? We're trying to do two things here. We're trying to teach you different ways to make money from home. We're trying to teach you how to protect your assets, raise your credit score. So, we want to be that one-stop shop that teaches you how to make money financially and how to protect money financially. We also have an intro to crypto course that's coming out. Very, very important. You need to understand that crypto is going to come at you no matter what. I know people try to avoid it like the plague, but you can't. You cannot do that with crypto. It's very, very important to the future. And if you don't understand it, you are going to get left behind, especially when governments start leaning towards a digital currency and going paperless. It's already happening in other countries. And the United States is always paying attention to what smaller countries are doing, because if it works there, they're like, can we incorporate that here on a bigger scale? So just prepare that eventually we might be headed towards a digital currency. And we also have a travel program coming up that's going to give you amazing travel deals. So you can go on these, go to these nice resorts, nice vacations, cruises, and pay a fraction of the price that you would on, say, an Expedia or a Kayak or any other website like that. So we're going to have very competitive pricing there as well. So let me tell you a little bit about the co-founder and the creator of the Paid Per Letter program. Her name is Lisa Krimmel. She is a wife and mother of 4 boys. She resides in Northern California. Now, Lisa discovered this method just over 2 years ago. And when she discovered this method, it was working for her family. She was bringing more income into the family. And I guess over a year ago, she had made this challenge to herself. She's like, okay, I think I've stumbled across something that makes sense. I'm going to dedicate 4 hours a day to this, 5 days a week, consistently for 1 full year, on top of my, full-time business and on top of taking care of the kids. I'm going to make time to do this. The result is she earned a little over $78,000 in that 1 year. And I have a video to play of Lisa so she can explain her story to you. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop that share and give me just a second, and I will go ahead and share that. And get going here, share the sound.
Hi, my name is Lisa Krimmel, and I am the co-founder here at Send It Academy. And I wanted to tell you why this is the program you've been looking for. So I want to give you a little background about me. For 25 years, I've been in the mortgage industry. In 2005, after having my 3rd son, I decided I needed an additional stream of income. So I became an internet marketer. I had tremendous success between 2005 and 2013. But in 2013, I did decide to step away. And the biggest reason why I decided that is because I was tired of putting people into programs where there just wasn't duplication. I didn't want people to fail. I truly wanted people to be successful when I put them into programs. So I did move on. I became a drop shipper and FBA seller over at Amazon. I did $15 million in sales between 2013 and January of 2022 when Amazon impolitely asked me to leave because they no longer wanted to compete with us. So in February of 2022, I went back into the mortgage industry, saw there was a huge need for credit repair courtesy of COVID, and so I started my own credit repair company. In April of that same year, my cousin came to me because she knew that my Amazon business had gone kaput and asked me if I had ever thought about, an additional stream of income. And I said, yeah, I'm always interested in something. So she showed me how to write letters to casinos for $5, and I jumped in with both feet. That first year from May, I started actually in May of 2022. I started writing, started with 50, then 100, then 200, built myself up to 300. But more importantly, that first year, what I did was I worked on converting that out. I'm not a huge gambler. In fact, most of the time when I go into a casino, I take a $100 bill and my objective is to leave with the same $100 bill. And so I really did perfect what I like to call the art of conversion that first year. And so in 2023, I decided I was going to go all in. And I made a commitment to myself to go ahead and write 300 letters every single week for the entire year of 2023, which I did successfully do. And I made just a little bit over $78,000 writing letters in my spare time while I did my other business, which was credit repair. In November of 2023, I was at a wedding where my sister, who is also a writer, her daughter wanted to be able to move out. And I said, well, let's get her writing letters, which made me come up with the idea of paid per letter. So I got together with my sister. She created the videos. I did all the verbiage. We put the program together as to make it as simple as possible so that everybody could win. And that's what I love about this program is if you can write, you can make money here. You don't have to go out and recruit. You don't have to go out and sponsor. You just have to write. So in December, I built out the program, called up a friend of mine because he had some amazing software that I was interested in, and I showed him what I had, and he was like, I want in. And I was like, okay, let's do this thing. With his marketing ability and this program, we could take this far and we could really help a lot of people. So that's how Paid Per Letter and Send It Academy was born. And I just want to let you guys know that this works for anybody, no matter whether you're 18 or 80. And the reason I know this is my fourth son turned 18 in February. And the day after he turned 18, he got verified at one of the casinos, immediately started writing. Well, a couple weeks ago, he got his first drop, $700. He came to me, Mom, how do I get it out? I said, you got to convert it out. Let me show you. And so I showed him my method, and he was able to convert that $700 into $683. That's more than he would have been paid in 4 weeks for, minimum wage, working, the 15, 20 hours that they would give a kid his age. So am I happy? Absolutely. Should you be happy? Absolutely. This program can change your life. All you have to know how to do is write. Can you write?
All right. So that was our co-founder and creator of the Paid Per Letter program. Her name is Lisa Krimmel. So you probably saw in the chat, everybody was talking about Lisa. Everybody loves Lisa so much. I had the pleasure of spending some time with her a week ago, actually. So I was in Las Vegas last week, and absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what her and her business partner, Dustin Manzel, who's a close friend of mine, what they have created here is absolutely amazing. It has changed so many lives. To think that a company that was just an idea last Christmas has 12,000 active members now. Just imagine the power behind that. So let me go ahead and get back to my screen share here. All right, we're good. So anyways, one thing I wanted to touch on, because sometimes I'm looking at the comments and stuff, especially like when somebody else is talking or sharing. So I want to eliminate some confusion. about one thing. And well, let me go ahead and go full screen first. Okay, so let's go over here. Before we get into the price, I want to explain gambling versus converting. Okay. When a casino or a gaming website gives you their money to play with, that's not your money. That's their money. They're basically saying, we're giving you some free chips, or however you want to call them, we're giving you some free credits. If you can convert all of those, whatever money is left, you can keep. That's converting. Once you've done the conversion process and you keep playing after that, that's gambling. That's because at that point, it's now your money and you have the option to take it out and you chose not to. Okay. So I want to make that very clear, converting versus gambling. What do we do here? We convert. We don't gamble. We take what the casinos and the gaming websites give us and we go through a conversion process and we take it out. Okay. Now let's talk about the price. The price to get into this program for the paid per letter program is $224.99. We wanted to keep it very affordable because, as I mentioned earlier, times are tough right now for people. I would tell you that there's probably, and they could even say it in the chat, there's people in this chat that would pay 5 times that price right now, maybe 10 times to be a part of this program because of the success they've had. But you don't know what you don't know, right? But I'm telling you right now that $224.99 is an absolute steal. Okay. And when you see our affiliate plan, you're going to be wondering, how can we do all that? But trust me, all the math has been worked out and we can do it. So for $224.99, how does that break down? $199.99 is the setup fee. There's a lot that goes into the setup behind the scenes to get your back office set up and all the tools and everything that you'll need. And then the other $25 is your monthly membership. We have a required monthly membership of $25. Again, we wanted to keep it completely affordable. We're not trying to break anybody's bank here. We're like, listen, we will teach you everything you need to know for $25 a month. You can't beat that price anywhere. What do you get? You get 9 lessons, 30 minutes. You could probably buzz through those 9 lessons if you just watch them back to back. If you want to stop and take notes, might take you an hour and a half. Also, you get community support. We have a Facebook community of 12,000 people that are always there, willing and ready to help people share ideas. We've had some amazing friendships that have been created through that group. We have a template approval process because when you write these letters, you want to make sure you write them well because they're not going to give you the credit unless you write it perfectly. That's part of the deal. It's like if these gaming websites are going to give you free money, they have to put up a challenge, and it's not that big of a challenge. They're like, just write this letter in this format as long as everything's correct, then we will give you your sweep coins. Okay. So we have a team that looks over those templates for you before you really start writing. And then obviously, like I say all the time, they're human beings. They make errors too. So make sure you look at your template yourself. Maybe have a friend or a spouse or somebody that can also look at that template and make sure everything looks correct before you start, writing tons of letters and sending them out. So once that process is done, you start sending letters out the correct way after you become a member. And, we do training webinars all the time. We have Q&A webinars all the time. So we have Q&A webinars twice a week where you can come and be a part of something where you can win free stamps, you can win other prizes, but most importantly, you get to submit your questions beforehand and we will answer them. And that helps the entire community. So rather than just email support for an answer, sometimes it's better. It's like, you know what? This question would help the entire community. Let me go ahead and submit it to the Q&A. And now you've helped hundreds, if not thousands of people at one time with that. As I mentioned before, we have an affiliate program. Now, the affiliate program is completely optional. You can earn by sharing. You can earn by helping others. There's a $20 one-time fee for that. Okay. We would make it free if we can, but for compliance reasons, you have to segment people that are just customers versus people that are customers that also have the ability to earn commissions as well. So we just wanted to make it really affordable, $20 one-time fee. That'll unlock your affiliate link and your affiliate tools, because what do you get by being an affiliate? You get capture pages, you get landing pages, and you get an autoresponder, very similar to the digital business card, right? So it's pretty cool that we're packing all of this value into $25 a month and a $20 one-time affiliate fee, which we actually call it a promoter fee. So we call affiliates, we call them promoters. So how do we qualify? And how do you get paid as an affiliate? out of the 225 that people start with, out of the 224.99, $100 is a direct commission paid once to the referral. So let's just say that Corey brings me in. Okay. When Corey brings me in and I pay my $224.99, it's going to trigger a $100 commission for the setup part. And it's also going to trigger a $5 commission off the $25. So the $25 a month that you pay for your membership, it triggers a $5 commission to your sponsor. So that's pretty cool because you could also build a residual or recurring income on top of the directs. So just think about that. Our program is already affordable at $225. And then on top of that, $100 out of that is paid out in a commission. So we're giving a really big chunk of that back to the field. We also have matrix pay. Now, I don't want people to get confused with this. It's not an MLM type of thing. We are an affiliate program that happens to have a matrix. Now, in the matrix, you don't have any control over it. You cannot strategically place people or anything like that. It's just a company-wide matrix. When somebody signs up, they'll fall somewhere below their sponsor. Okay. Now, for every active person that you have in your matrix, you're going to get 50 cents per month per person. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but like I said, you're not doing anything to earn this. It's just kind of building on the back end. So as your team grows, this monthly residual check is going to grow too. Now, the cool thing is we have a matrix match too. So going back to the example, so let's say Corey brings me in, and let's just say for the first couple of months, I'm just writing my letters. I have no interest in recruiting or anything. I'm just getting used to it. But then once I start getting some drops and I'm converting it, and it's like, man, this is really good opportunity. I really should think about telling some friends about it. I have a good influence on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, whatever the case may be. And I start promoting it. Well, when I start promoting it and I start getting these matrix checks, Corey is going to get a 50% match for doing nothing. And me, myself, I'm literally doing nothing, right? All I'm doing is telling people about an opportunity. But as that matrix checks grows, let's just say 6 months down the road, that matrix check is now $2,000 a month. Well, because Corey brought me in, she's going to get a 50% match. So she's going to get $1,000 just from the volume that's underneath me. So that is really cool. And that's where the matrix gets really exciting. So what comes with your promoter back office? As I mentioned before, if you're a promoter, you pay that one-time $20 affiliate fee, you get capture pages, you get landing pages, you get follow-up emails, which you can go inside those follow-up emails and you can, you could write them however you want. You don't have to use the default writing. And then we have training for people that are promoters. We do this promoter powerhouse once in a while. And what we do is we teach our promoters different marketing tactics and stuff. So like I said, for the $25 a month you pay, I mean, you get like a lot of value, especially if you're a promoter and pay that $20 one-time promoter fee as well. So here's an example of a capture page. You've probably seen them before. You put your name and your email address. That way, for you as a promoter, you get to have their information so you could follow up with them, because not everybody buys something the first time they see it. Sometimes people have to see something over and over, or sometimes the timing's just not right, or when they saw the video, they were driving or whatever. Who knows? But that's why you want to build an email list. The email list is your asset. And then it goes to a landing page, which will give them a video and testimonials and give them reasons why that this program might be a good opportunity for them. And then they could just sign up from there. Okay. So that is it for me. Again, my name is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas. Thank you very much for showing up on this call. I appreciate your time. I know we ran a little bit over, but I just wanted to make sure I explain things very thoroughly, because I believe that we need to be transparent about these things. I don't like people coming on my presentations and they're lost about things or they didn't understand. I want it so that after you watch it, you get a recording of it. If you have to watch it 2-3 times, do it. Then get back to your sponsor. Make sure you ask them whatever questions you have. Make sure you thank them for this opportunity, that they thought enough of you that this could actually be beneficial to you. Like I said, we're not just here for the letter writing program. There's so much more to Send It Academy. There's so much more coming. We have a convention that's coming up in Las Vegas, Nevada in the middle of November. That's going to be our first company convention. Looking forward to that. It's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of people on here that are going to attend. So again, my name is Nicholas Lau. Thank you very much. And I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.